Good morning, investors. Welcome to the 14th of April 2014 market review. As you can see, the Dow, the Nasdaq, and the S&P, that's all American indexes, closed negative on Friday evening. The Dow closed 143 points negative, almost 1%, closing at a level of 16,026 points. Let's go and look at that chart quickly. This is the Dow Jones on quick charts. Now, it actually came down to almost to this low level here. So there's the little upward channel that happened, broke down to the upward channel now. So there's a bit of a downward movement happening here on a small sell-off on the indexes. And as you can see, this next low level could be about 15,971. So today it seems a bit negative as well, but small points, not a lot of points. And you can see that the FTSE and the South African top 40 indexes, also 40 is also a bit negative for early trade today. Let's go back to this newsletter, and you can see two shares to look at. There's basic Tusoga Sun, TSH. Blue line is the share price. Line A will be at the line price of 25 Rand. Please take note, the newsletter is identifying a head and shoulder pattern. Here's the shoulders, there's the head, there's another shoulder. And if it could break down, it could actually come down to almost to the 20 Rand level. Here's the leg on 20 Rand. So with the share currently closed underneath this 25 Rand level, next low is 24.72, 24.54, 23.79, almost to a low of 20 Rand. Please take note, if the share doesn't want to consolidate to go down, please use the exit level or stop loss level of 26.35, 26 Rand 35. Next share, Sun International. Now looking at Sun International, look at line A. Line A will be a pricing of almost 102 Rand on the top there, and line B will be a pricing of almost 99 Rand. Share seems to be quite high at this moment, and if the share wants to come down, look at line price B, and that will be 99 Rand. If it breaks it down, next low is 98.34, 97.54, 96.78 to almost a low of 89 Rand. Please use the stop loss level of 104 Rand 45 if the share doesn't want to consolidate to go further down, but rather to move up. Let's go and look at the JSE top 40 shares index. Just want to show out to you here. Looking at this, do you see there's two purple lines here? This is the current trading range the last few days on this index, touching the lows, touching the highs, touching the lows. The highs is about 43,500 and the lows is approximately about 43,300 levels, or to 42,800 levels. So keep a close eye on this levels here for the short term. For any breakdown or break up, that will give us better direction where the market could actually go to. Let's run to a few shares quickly here to watch closely. Is Shoprite. We've been looking at Shoprite for a while now. The share did actually break up very nicely at this moment. Went almost to a level of 172, 175. Currently trading at 170. If the share wants to come down, this 165 level is going to be very important to follow for any downward cycle to happen on this specific share. Let's go to Mr. Price. Mr. Price is currently struggling to break the low at this time of 153.89. You can actually see it's also going sideways at this time, added a high of 160, but it's quite toppish at this moment as well. Truworths did well, struggling to break 80 Rand at this moment. Please take note that this share could any time on previous highs, struggling to break 80 Rand, could come down as well. If you look at certain indicators, they're quite toppish at this moment. You can see it here on the winning percentage. Stochastics also quite toppish here, and the RSI is also quite toppish here. Let's go to the banking sectors like the Barclays Bank. Did very well at this moment. Touched the previous highs of 150, starting to come down. What I'm going to do here is I'm just going to pull up the Fibonacci retracement line just to confirm my levels here. Look at this. Shares at 155, trading at 153 now. There's a lot of support here, close to the 148, 149 levels. indication if you break about 147 rand 70, there could be more downward side in the specific trade here. Capitec. Capitec did go up. Yeah, to the 210 levels, 211 levels, starting to break down again. Still needs to break this 205 level. If it breaks the 205 level, next low will be 200 in the short term. Looking at some of the indicators, also showing a bit of a downward cycle in the short term happening here. You can actually see it here. But we need to wait for this 205 to be broken to get a realistic downward trend back to the 200 rand levels in the short term. Imperial's currently went up as expected, went to the 190 levels. Spoke about it about the last 2 weeks. Now it's starting to lose a bit of momentum. At this time, very important, if this share can break 192, it could go physically much higher, but keep a close eye on this share. Current short-term support level at the bottom is about 190, 186, 185. If it breaks that level, it could go lower to 184 to 179 in the short term as well. So track it closely as well. ARI, African Rainbow Minerals. Now, as you can see on this share, it's struggling on this 210, 208 rand level still. There was an upward channel forming, starting to bounce on this green line here. Expected an upward channel to form, but it's currently going sideways at this moment. Let's keep a close eye on this share if there's a breakup or breakdown soon. Currently the low level is about 208.64. The share actually starts at traded at 203.88. What I'm going to do here right now, I'm just going to clear all this drawing objects here so we can actually view it better. And as you can see, there's the upward channel, there's the downward channel at this moment. 200 is currently the short-term exit level on this specific share. After the share came a bit down, I just want to go and call up a weekly chart. Weekly chart is indicating a bit of a confirmation of a small downward channel forming here, and let's keep a track on the share, what it can do in the next day or two, and will it stick with this downward channel further on. So use the 200 rand as a type of a stop loss level for this specific share if it doesn't want to start picking up again. But you can see on the indicators, we expected a bounce up to happen. Suddenly just bounced back here, with the markets coming down in the mining sector as well. So that is one of those shares there. Another share that I'm currently tracking at this moment will be shares like Mr. Price, definitely. In the short term, if it wants to come down to the 150 level. Discovery. Looking at Discovery as well, 89.60 was the high. I'm going to keep my close eye on this 86.61. If it bounces through this green line here and the support line of 23.6% on the Fibonacci, definitely downward cycle could happen back to this 81.76, 81 rand level, definitely in the short term. So keep a close eye on Discovery as well for any of those movements to happen. Woolies, looking at Woolies, especially with the Australian deal happening here currently, share lost a lot of value. Getting support here at 68.12 at this moment. There's two levels that I will definitely follow in the short term. There's the 70 rand 24 for breakup, or basically the 67, 66 rand 40 for a further downward cycle. As you can see, the share was previously the last year on this highs here, and after that highs it started to stumble back to the 60 rand level in the short term. Let's see what this Monday can deliver to the market. There's a lot of uncertainty still in the markets at this time, and that's why we'll see this volatility from low and high levels in the short term. Enjoy your day.